Hey everyone, I'm Aaron. That's my identical twin brother Adam, and today we're international traveling, inspired by the International Man of History, which we're going to talk about here. You're in a baseball brouhaha, which means we got coffee and a daily baseball trivia fracas. We're getting after it today. Adam, what do we got in store today?
We've got a question about international baseball. I just want to say our favorite questions are yours, so send yours our way in the comments. But today's question is, which country has seen the most runs per game in regular season MLB games? This one is inspired by our, very own international man of history, as declared by Major League Baseball here. Xander Bogaerts, first player to hit a home run in 4 different countries. So we're in more on Xander Bogaerts later. But for our question today, here's our question with our answer choices. Which country has seen the most runs per game? Australia, Japan, Mexico, or the UK?
And that's for clarification, that's on both sides. So total runs. I went United Kingdom here. I remember, I think there's just been 2 games played there during the regular season, and I know at least one was quite high scoring. And so I'm pretty sure small sample size. United Kingdom has taken this one. I had Mexico in the back of my mind, but I'm going United Kingdom here.
And I went Mexico for no other reason than maybe recency bias of the games that just happened where they scored a ton of runs, hit 11 home runs. And one of the games, I saw a little thing where the over-under was 20 runs for one of the games. So that's a lot of runs. I went with Mexico. So let's see what we got. Aaron, did it.
Am I off? Am I off the schneid?
Up the schneid. UK 25 runs per game. That's bonkers. Mexico in a distant second place at 11 and a half over 13 games. But UK, like you said, small sample size, 2 games.
Yeah, we're going to get into it here. And in fact, I think we're going to get into it right now, if I'm not mistaken here. We're going to talk right now. Boom. 2019, Yankees Red Sox played a 2-game series in London Stadium. And let's just say the dimensions were small. Okay, let's be generous. 330 down the lines, pretty normal. 385 to center, not far. 382 in the power alleys, so shorter to the alleys. There we go. So game 1 took 4 hours and 42 minutes. So we've talked about long games in the past, or short games. Actually, this one was 3 minutes shy of the longest 9-inning game. The first inning took 58 minutes by itself. 12 runs, 6 for each side in that game. The Yankees won 17-13 in game 1, so 30 runs, and 12-8 in game 2. So there's your 50 runs divided by 2 games, and there you have 25 runs a game.
Yikes! Well, a lot of action there in London. Maybe they did it that way, so they,
Well, they didn't have a field big enough, so that's why they did it that way.
Well, on to the Giants and Padres from this year. So here's a little ad from the MLB World Tour Mexico City Series here. So San Diego wins the first game, 16-11 on 27 runs. Every starter for both teams reached base, and all but 2 did so via a hit of some kind. Plus the 11 home runs between the 2 teams. We did a previous episode on hitting lots of home runs in games. Check that out in the link in the description if you want to learn more about where this game sits in historical context.
And the second game of that weekend was a mild 6-4 victory, so it was much tamer. This 2-game series though that was played this year was played in Mexico City. Okay, why is that important to know? Well, it's important to know because the stadium has standard dimensions. That's fine. And it's fine. That's fine in like Atlanta, and LA, okay, at sea level. But Mexico City has an elevation of 7,200 feet. 7,200 feet, which is 2,000 feet higher, roughly, than Coors Field in Denver. And Coors Field has actually made allowance for the fact that the ball travels further because of the elevation. They're 350 feet down the lines and 450 in the center field. Mexico City has not made such adjustments, which which causes
Leads
a lot
to
more home runs.
Yeah, leads to some fly ball situations where they end up in the stands often. So a standard fly ball with say 103 exit velocity, 103 mile per hour exit velocity,
Mhm.
and 27.5-degree launch angle goes 398 feet at sea level. At Coors Field in Denver, Mile High, 427 feet, that same fly ball. And in
Mhm.
Mexico City, 438 feet, which is why you got 11 home runs in a game.
Yeah, 40 more feet is significant. And so to go reference back to our trivia question of why Mexico perhaps didn't have more is the other games that have been played in Mexico have been most of them have been played in Monterrey. Monterrey is at 1,700 feet of elevation, so you just don't have the travel distance in sort of a standard stadium there. So
Yeah, you gotta account for the elevation.
you do.
Gotta do it. You know what time it is, folks? It's story time, and I'm kicking off our story time today with some Xander Bogarts inspired story time. He's from Aruba, which is a constituent of the Netherlands. So he plays for the Netherlands in international play, and has done so since 2011. And he has hit home runs in 4 countries. I have watched professional baseball in 3 countries, including the Netherlands. In
Mhm.
2015, I was actually on a work trip to Amsterdam, and I work in a school, and so I was on a school trip to Amsterdam, touring all over, and I had a day off. And on my day off, I thought maybe there's some baseball that I could watch in the Netherlands. Sure enough, pro baseball happening on my day off, and um, I made a plan to go watch this game, figured out where the field was, navigated a site that was in Dutch. Um, when all you have to decipher is a map and the game time, you're good. You know, universal language of baseball.
Yep.
So I figure it out. But it's supposed to be my day off. Again, I'm traveling with like 40 teenagers, eighth grade students. And
Mhm.
it's supposed to be my day off. So I am just about ready to leave to go watch this game. Excited, get my alone time. A student finds out that I'm going to the game, says, Mr. Adam, not like that. Mr. Adam, can I go with you? I was like, sure, why not? You know, but you know who that student is? Aaron, you know who that student was.
I do. He plays for the Arizona Diamondbacks right about now.
He does right about now. None other than Corbin Carroll.
Corbin Carroll. That's a fun story. That's a fun story.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this, and actually, I was just reminded of a story. International baseball. I spent a summer, 7 weeks in Slovenia in Eastern Europe. Beautiful country, by the way. Underrated. Go visit. Highly recommend it. But we crossed paths and somehow figured out that there was a baseball team playing there. So myself and two of my friends, Chris and Mark, decide to go hunt down the baseball team, and they let us play. I have a hat somewhere from the team. They let us play. They were the their team name was the Gloves. So That's great baseball. But anyway, they played wood bat. So they let us practice with them, and then we found out they had a game, and so we went to one of their games. Same kind of deal. It's like you got to go like traipsing through the backwoods to some field and go find it. And it was interesting though, because the one thing I'll say that was really interesting about this is the team that we practiced with was a wood bat team. The team they played against was a metal bat team.
Oh, no.
And I don't remember the outcome of the game, but it was fun to watch. I don't think it was professional. I think it was kind of like club basically, but it was fun to watch baseball in the backwoods basically of Eastern Europe. Beautiful setting and a fun time. We had a great time.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that was like a was it pro, semi-pro, whatever. This game that I went to in the Netherlands was a pro game,
Mhm,
at sort of like a field complex where you
mhm.
got supposedly pro baseball happening on one field, and right next to it you've got like 6-year-olds playing little league.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like the level the complexes there in Europe are. I mean, now I'm sure in each country you've got a few complexes, but by and large, not playing like at a college field or something like not even close. I mean, a lot of high school fields are better shaped than these fields they're playing on.
That is for sure.
So, well, thanks for joining with us, folks. We love telling these international stories from our travels from our past. A special thanks to Bob Nightingale for bringing the story of Wikipedia for some detail and CBS Sports. Thanks, everybody. If you've got a burning question, drop it in the comments below or find us at Twitter and tweet at us there. Like and subscribe. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. Hope you join us. Thanks, everybody.